Nation, Gabe, and I'm here today to bring you another installment of My 3 Wickets. That's right, My 3 Wickets, guys, because today I was riding solo. We're going to be doing a double My 3 Wickets because we had a double hitter today, all right? So that means I got to get right into it. You know, we're going to start with the first game of the day. First game of the day, we have the Mumbai Indians and the Sunrisers. Now, right off the bat, I'm in a great mood. You guys already know the scores of all the games today. You know CSK won, so I'm in a fabulous mood. I want to go ahead and talk about and start with what I liked. What did I like about this game? First and foremost, the very first thing that I liked was that we had both captains wanting to bat first, okay? Sunrisers would have chose to bat first as well. Mumbai Indians luckily won the toss and chose to bat first. Okay, they know they're good. It's a small field, small ground, right? And it's one of those situations where you got to kind of adapt to what's going on. So far, up until this point, because this is match 17, we've had 16 matches, right? And in those 16 matches, four successful run chases, only two. And two of them were regulars. Two of them had to go into super overs, for the love of Pete. The other 12 were unsuccessful. So that just tells you the numbers are not in your favor. So today, Rohit Sharma as a captain looked at the data and said, you know what? We're going to go ahead and bat first. And good thing they did. Good thing they did because it worked out for them. Nick and I have our own philosophy as to why it is. I mean, you take the other team out of their game because they now have to chase a score, so they're scoreboard watching, they're pressing, especially when you put up a big total. B, it's super hot out there, so they're expending a lot of energy bowling and fielding, you know, and now they have to come and bat afterwards, so they're not fresh. We just think that obviously this year, and then the number, as they say, the proof's in the pudding. You want to go ahead, guys, and bat first. Anyways, Rohit Sharma made a good choice. That's the first thing I like. What else did I like? I like that today Quentin DeCock stepped up. Bottom line, he stepped up. You know, Nick and I were livid I was specifically livid with my own CSK. We'll get to that later. But he has not been playing well, all right? And when Nick and I were talking about dropping him, or at least moving him down in the order, just listen to these numbers and tell me, should this guy be in an opening partnership? Now, obviously, he showed his mettle today, but you can see why we were panicking and worrying and saying, listen, this isn't working out. First game, I went back and did all the research. First game, 12 runs on 10 balls for Mr. DeCock. Second game, that was against CSK, by the way. Second game, one run on 3 balls. 1 run on 3 balls. Third game, 8 runs on 8 balls. At least he had a 100 strike rate there. And the fourth game, what he had? 0 runs. 0 runs on 5 balls. Really? That's just not getting it done. Not in the opening partnership. Today, he blew up for 65 runs. I loved it. 67 runs, let me not short him, on 39 balls. That's a 171 strike rate. This guy went bananas. I absolutely loved his performance. Good on you, kid. That's what you got to do. Now continue to establish that partnership. Nick and I keep saying that opening partnership, especially in the power play, you got to get at least 50. So if each guy isn't contributing, towards that 50, if you're not getting at least 50 out of your opening partnership and you're losing a wicket, you're putting the rest of your team at a disadvantage already, okay? And 12, 1, 8, and 0 runs aren't going to get it done. Again, 4 games, he had scored a total of 21 runs. That's not going to fly, people. That's just not going to fly, all right? With that being said, what else did I love? I loved the bowling. I love, a specific person today, Kronwall Pandya. We had said, I had even mentioned, he hadn't really done much this season. Okay, Hardik had done tons, but he hadn't done much this season. Well, today was his game. He only scored a total of, let me double check, 20 runs, but that was on 4 deliveries. Yes, he came in at the end and he was not wasting time. He realized, man, we're in the death overs. We got to put up as much runs as we can. You know, he went ahead and put up, let me give it to you, 6-4-6-4. Yep. Is that correct? Yep. 2 4s, 2 6s. I absolutely love this performance. But wait, I'm not done. What else did I like about Mumbai today was their bowling. And he was one of them. He had 4 overs today, 35 runs. And Nick and I say, if you can stay under 10 runs and over, you're doing your job, especially out there in Sarhan. I always mess up the name of that venue. Sarhan, I believe it's called. And 1 wicket. So 4 overs, 35 runs, and 1 wicket. That's impressive. The rest of the bowling, also, Mumbai's bowling was on display. Nobody came close. When I say came close, nobody came close to the Jordan line, and they all absolutely put on work. Just to give you their numbers super quickly so that I don't miss out anybody. Bolt had 4 overs, 28 runs, 2 wickets. Pattinson, 4 overs, 29 runs, 2 wickets. Like I said, Krunal Pandya had 4 overs, 35 runs, 1 wicket. Bumrah, 4 overs, 41 runs. He was the highest runs, but 2 wickets as well. Pollard, not to be left behind, 3 overs, 20 runs, 0 wickets. I mean, their bowling was untouchable today. It was absolutely disgusting. One of the things we were concerned about was their bowling coming into the season, IPL season. I'm no longer concerned. Oh, Mumbai giving me fits. Shot to the very top of the leaderboard with that win. Good on you, Nick. Good on you, Mumbai fans. Season's not over. What did I like about the SRH side? Well, I like David Warner, okay? They came in and said, oh my gosh, we've got to chase this big total again. And I mean, for this venue, you can't say it's necessarily a huge total, but 208 is still a big number. Anything over 200, you're like, oh my gosh. David Warner went and did his job. 60 runs on 44 balls. He put in work, people, and he showed why he's the captain of the team. He's an absolute monster. I love Rashid Khan's bowling today. Listen to his numbers. 4 overs, 22 runs, 1 wicket. And he had what I call the immaculate inning, the immaculate over, where literally, and listen to the names, it was Pollard and Pandya, and they wanted no parts of them. 1 run was scored, and they literally just blocked everything. They wanted no parts of them. That was like, I think that's the most respect I've seen any bowler get this year. It was insane. I'm like, did they just really concede an over? They weren't even trying to score. Not even a little bit. They were just like, let me block because this guy is filthy and he's going to carve us up. And good thing they did, because they ended up being able to survive his over and then attack the later bowlers, which I will get to. Honestly, that is that is what I like. I mean, the Sunrisers did Sunriser things, okay? And, David Warner, like I said, 60. Today, my man Pandey, 30 runs. Bairstow, uneven performance. And I don't know if I'm going to talk about what I like or I didn't like. He put up 25 runs, and it was on a good strike rate. Bairstow normally has a good strike rate, right? 166 strike rate, but he was dismissed. So I don't know if I liked it or didn't like it. We'll get... You know what? Here's the thing. I'm going to give him... He's in the middle, okay? And the thing about Bairstow is... And I looked at... No, you know what? I'm going to save that for later because he is on this dislike list. So I might as well just go ahead and shift to what I dislike. Bairstow, 25 runs, okay? Yes, you see and say, okay, Gabe, you can't expect a big total every time. This guy is so inconsistent. I did the research on him as well. Here are his totals this year. 60 runs, 5. 53 runs, 0. Went out on a duck. And today, 25 runs. Now, when you're in the opening partnership, you cannot go out early. You have to establish that opening partnership and be there strong. So you got to make it through those, through the power play. And honestly, that's the biggest issue, in my opinion, for the Sunrisers. Bairstow is really, really inconsistent. They got to put up good totals. Because when I get to the bowling, you're really going to see what I didn't like. Holy cow. Let me get to it right now. What did I like about the bowling? Yeah, that's right, crickets. Nothing. Are you kidding me? They got lit up like a Christmas tree. You know, Jordan, oh my gosh. I don't know who to start with. It was absolutely brutal, okay? Well, I am. Sidroth Kaul, 64 runs. He passed the Jordan line. Not only did he pass the Jordan line, he is now the president. He's the ambassador of the Jordan line. The Jordan line. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my gosh. He needs to go home, take a shower, cleanse himself, because it's just a dirty feeling. 64 runs. You would thought he was a Batman when I said that, huh? 64 runs. That's good numbers if you're a batsman, not if you're a bowler. Not if you're a bowler. Holy cow. It was ugly. It was ugly all around. All their bowlers, like I said, with the exception of Rashid Khan, got lit up. I mean, 41 for Sharma. Natarajan had 29, but 2 for 27 for Samad, and then Kane Williamson 2 for 24. No, none of them could bowl. It was a rough showing for them today, guys. A rough showing. Williamson, talking about Kane Williamson, all right, didn't get a wicket. He did 2 for 24. That's above that 10 runs per over that Nick and I like. But here are his numbers today. 3 runs. Now, he's only played 3 games, but 41 runs, that was his first game. 9 runs, that's his second game. And 3 runs today. If on a team where bowling is the biggest weakness, maybe, I don't know, you did pick up a guy that's pretty good bowler, considered one of the top all-rounders in the world. And, of course, we're talking about my boy from the West Indies and the captain, Jason Holder. I don't know if Williamson is earning his spots. I'm just being candid right now, guys. You better show me something. Next match, you need to show me something. And honestly, that's really the game in a nutshell. Their bowling did not show up. Somebody gave up, again, Kaul, 64 runs. And he's a bowler. Yeah, not a batsman, guys. I did not get those numbers confused. But that was the game, and they're in trouble. They're in trouble. They fell into the bottom because now CSK won. So they're at the bottom of the points table with the other team we're about to talk about. Kings 11 Punjab versus my CSK, all right, the Chennai Super Kings. Now, let's talk about this game for a second. First and foremost, what am I happy about? I've never been so happy to be wrong. I said they need to drop a whole bunch of people. I said, you know what, Dhoni sounded pissed, and in that interview he mentioned specifically the 17th over and the 16th over. He mentioned the no balls. I thought that they were going to drop, without any question in my mind, I thought there was going to be multiple drops, maybe Bravo, maybe Curran. No, I thought for sure Curran was going to be dropped. I even said maybe Watson. I know he's in the opening partnership, but Watson, he had been struggling, guys, struggling. And that's one of those situations where you got to understand, he had not done his job to this point. Let me explain. First game, right, against the Mumbai Indians, 4 runs, 5 balls. Second game, much better, 33 runs, 21 balls. Third game, 14 runs, 16 balls. Again, this is an opener, guys. This is an opener. And the last game when I really lost my mind, 1 run on 6 balls. That's when we lost to the Sunrisers. Now, first and foremost, the first few games, VJ was actually opening up with Watson. So Dhoni made the change actually last game against the Sunrisers, where he put the opening partnership to be Duplessis and Watson, because VJ was struggling, okay? His numbers were also, I wouldn't say abysmal, but they were not good, all right? That opening partnership wasn't working. But as Nick and I have said many times, you got to have that opening partnership it's got to gel. You've got to get through those. If you lose a wicket, in my opinion, during your power play, you're in trouble. You want that opening power play to make it through without losing a wicket. You want to score at least 50 runs. Normally that is a good sign or a good indication you're going to win the game. Now, what did I love about it? I was so wrong. I asked for him to be dropped. No one was dropped. Dhoni played with the same exact team. The same exact team. You know, he put his team out there, and guess what? They went to work. They went to work. First and foremost, on the batting side, there's only 2 people to talk about because that's all it took. Okay? All it took to chase down a total of 178. We're talking about my man Faf du Plessis. In my opinion, the MVP of the league this year. The guy's on the runs. He's challenging for that orange cap. I'm telling you, Faf is the man. And finally, Watson showed who he was. He got back to form, and they combined for 181 runs. You heard me. 181 runs. Both of them, funny enough, saw the same exact amount of balls, which were, let me double check here, 39 balls. And, I mean, the strike rates were up. Everything was good. Everything was good today for them. 53 balls, excuse me. Both strike rates above 150. Shane Watson was 156. Faf du Plessis was 164. Faf scored 87. And Shane Watson scored 83. It was a display, an onslaught. They beat Kings 11 by 10 wickets. It was an absolute dismantling. I'm telling you right now, my favorite game of this year, not because they won. Obviously, I wanted to win, and they broke that losing streak, but because I learned that, you know what? Dhoni's a captain for a reason. And even in the interview afterwards, they're interviewing Faf, and they're talking about, you know, there was a lot of heat on Shane Watson and other teams, you know, and he's like, oh, this is because this team is run this way. It's the management. If they believe in you and you're one of their guys, they believe in you. And these are Faf's words. And he was like, other teams, you may not survive a spell like that. You might be dropped. But here, they're going to stick with you if you're trusted. And we know who Shane Watson is, and we trust him. And all the credit goes to MS Dhoni. I also credit MS Dhoni. Thank you for not, you know, bending to pressure, because I know it was more than just one crazy American. There was tons of people talking about how bad Watson was playing and wanted him dropped into order or lowered. So, you know what? Good on you for sticking to your gut and sticking to your captaincy. You know, you showed your mettle today as well. What was there also to like? The bowling. Because, again, there was only 2 batsmen to talk about on the CSK side. The bowling. DJ Bravo, second game back. Again, under that Jordan line. You know, 38 runs, I should say. Less than 10. You got to like it. Sam Curran, 331. Just slightly over that 10 overs. But, he did his job. Had some great fielding. You know, Sam Curran did his job today. Chawla, he got himself a wicket, 22 runs and 2 overs. I mean, their bowling was great, but really the story of the day was their batting, guys. Their batting was unbelievable. They broke a record, actually, with their opening partnership today, and it was in the IPL. So could you imagine that? Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. Now, what did I like on the Kings side? The most consistent partnership all year has been between Agarwal and KL Rahul. They consistently get that 50 partnership in the beginning, right? They both contribute to it. Same thing today, all right? KL Rahul had 63 runs on 52 balls, and Agarwal had 26 runs on 19 balls. They made it past that opening partnership. Agarwal was dismissed by Chawla. That was an early wicket. I like that he got him. I believe it was 6th or 7th over, something like that. And then you had other guys step up. Mandeep Singh, 27 runs. Purang, all right? I know you guys like it when I say it with the Spanish accent. Purang, all right? Purun, excuse me. He went ahead and put in work today. This guy put in work. 33 runs, 17 balls. You know, Rennell, you're absolutely right. This guy's a G. He deserves to play. We saw the catch that went viral. We saw the stick today. All he needs is a little bit more discipline, and he's going to be a superstar. But I see the talent. I know why everybody's gushing over him. Batting is not their problem, all right? Kings 11 batting is not their problem. They put up a decent total, 178, and that was, again, with Glenn Maxwell only getting 11. He was no out. They ran out of balls. Safras Khan at the end, you know, got 14 runs. They can put up runs. Their issue is the bowling, and let's talk about that bowling. We know that Cottrell is up there with the leaderboard as far as the purple cap, all right? Today wasn't a good day. 3 overs, 30 runs. But then, Muhammad Sami, 3.4, 35. Of course, I'm not even going to mention wickets because nobody got him. I'm not even going to mention wickets because nobody got him. 0 wickets for the whole bowling. That's unexcusable, okay? Barr, he was above that run rate that Nick and I like. 10 over. 4 overs, 41 runs. Jordan, 3 overs, 42 runs. I repeat, 42 runs. The only reason he didn't pass the Jordan line was he didn't get another over. It was his birthday. They said, "Nah, we're not gonna Jordan him on his birthday." You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna air Jordan him on his birthday. So they said, "No. Take it easy, cousin. You're good." Bishnoi actually, in my opinion, probably bowled one of the best. He had 33. He had the best economy rate. Yep, 8.25. He had 33 runs, and one that I thought was close to being a wicket, but it went CSK's way. You know what? They've got to make some changes. They've got to make some changes. I already heard today that, announcers, and I was listening to the Dugout View, they're calling for Chris Gale. They're talking about there's got to be some changes made. And he actually did make a couple changes by bringing in Barad. He wasn't on this team. I think that's how you say it, Harpreet Barad. He wasn't on this team before. And again, 4 overs, 41 runs, but no wickets. They've got to do something to mix it up. Let's see what happens. All right, guys. So now let's go to because that was kind of a combination of what I liked, I also, by the way, liked that KL Rahul. He also won the toss. But he's been looking at the numbers and decided to bat first. And guess what? His team put up 178 runs. That's a respectable total. His bowling let him down. It's the 5th run chase now that has been accomplished. But again, the numbers still swing the other way because through 18 games, 5 successful chases and 13 defends. I mean, I'm gonna take that opening batting every time when I win the coin toss. What did I not? There wasn't really anything not to like from CSK side. Again, I very seldomly, I always am critiquing here. Can we do this? Can we do that? There's really nothing not to like. It was nothing short of a perfect game. All I will say is they still dug themselves a hole, all right? And they're in 6th. This got them up to 6. I really want to see them in the playoffs, so they're going to have to keep up this kind of performance. Hopefully that happens, all right, guys? I'm praying it happens. Nick actually texted me, though, and you guys know how we go back and forth, and he was like, "Bro, congratulations. I'm glad CXK won. I know you was all stressed out about it." I was like, "Oh, it was touching," you know what I'm saying? So that was pretty cool, and he was like, "Hey, man, I knew they weren't going to be down there in the basement forever. They're a good team." But, man, today was a bunch of exciting games, a bunch of exciting cricket. I tell you guys what, man, this has been an unbelievable season so far. I can't wait to see how the season, how the season ends up. Let me know in the comments. Let me know below in the comments, what do you think should happen, okay? Should Chris Gale come in? CSK, I was wrong, and I already say I was wrong. Let me eat my crow right now. I was wrong. However, you still do have one of the top bowlers in Tahir, another bowler in Satner. So maybe get them in a couple games, alternate, maybe sit Bravo, bring in Satner. Then in the next game, get into here and sit Sam Curran. Because obviously, Duplessis ain't going anywhere. That's the opening partnership, and neither is Watson. But today was a flawless victory. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining me. It's all love. You already know. Make sure you check us out tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. And until next time, that's 6 runs.